بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين سيدنا محمد بن عبد الله وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Gentlemen and girls, it's my pleasure time to be with you for the conversation sections. As you know, gentlemen and girls, today we are going to talk about mega goal for Unit 4, You Are What You Eat, page 58. In mega goal, gentlemen, we are talking about this syllabus, which is referring to mega goal. Please open your books on page 58 and follow me for the conversation time. Today we are practice listening. I want all of you to listen and to play for the code and to check your listening ability and if you are good in listening or not. By the way, gentlemen and girls, today we are going to learn, as you see here, students are able to listen to the dinner table conversation, okay, about a wonderful meal. In the previous lessons, we talked about different kinds of food and different kinds of vegetables and fruits, everything that we are talking about, healthy food and unhealthy food. Now we will improve and we will support our lesson also about this kind of food with a conversation about a wonderful meal. Also, students are introducing to develop and improving their listening ability, the respective also and the productive skills. As you see, gentlemen and girls, today we have students are able to listen for sequence in a process. And also the students and the girls, also both of you, are able to utilize the expressions of gourmet cook, okay, as you hear, focusing on the phrasal for offering, accepting and declaring food and drinking. Here we have, gentlemen, we have this slide which is talking about conversations. As you see here in this picture, it's talking about a wonderful and a good meal that they are both two person are talking about. Here we have Nawal and we have Fadwa. They are talking about a special and a wonderful meal. Let's listen with each other about this conversation. Then we have some questions behind this listening activity. What I want from you, gentlemen and girls, to listen carefully for this conversation, then we will discuss the questions behind this conversation later on. Okay, let's start. Are you ready for listening? Just be ready for that, and I will count from 1, 2, 3 to be ready for listening. 1, 2, 3. Here we have.
Page 58. 4. Conversation.
Thank you so much for this wonderful meal. It must have taken all day to make such a phenomenal spread.
My pleasure. It was no hassle at all. I whipped it up in no time.
You are quite the cook. I don't think I've ever had such a gourmet meal.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Can I give you some more of the chicken?
Oh, no thanks. I'm absolutely stuffed.
Would you like to try the grilled asparagus?
No, really, I couldn't possibly eat more.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Honestly, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, that's a shame. I made 2 different desserts. One is a chocolate raspberry layer cake, and the other is almond creme brulee.
Did you say chocolate raspberry cake? Come to think of it, it's rude to turn down food, right? I'm sure I could fit in a bit of that. And maybe I'll have a bite of creme brulee as well. I have a sweet tooth, you know.
Okay, I have to play it again in order to improve your listening activity. Listen to it again, please.
Page 58. 4. Conversation.
Thank you so much for this wonderful meal. It must have taken all day to make such a phenomenal spread.
My pleasure. It was no hassle at all. I whipped it up in no time.
You are quite the cook. I don't think I've ever had such a gourmet meal.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Can I give you some more of the chicken?
Oh, no thanks. I'm absolutely stuffed.
Would you like to try the grilled asparagus?
No, really, I couldn't possibly eat more.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Honestly, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, that's a shame. I made 2 different desserts. One is a chocolate raspberry layer cake, and the other is almond creme brulee.
Did you say chocolate raspberry cake? Come to think of it, it's rude to turn down food, right? I'm sure I could fit in a bit of that. And maybe I'll have a bite of creme brulee as well. I have a sweet tooth, you know.
Yes, I have a sweet tooth then. Okay, that means this conversation is talking about a wonderful meal. It's about between Nawal and Fadwa. They are talking about many different and I think difficult words for you. What do you mean by phenomenal spread here? And what do you mean by whipped it up in no time and quite the cock? And also come to think of it. Okay, all of these words we have to think it deeply. And what do they mean? What do we mean by it? Okay, here we have to the other slide.
Page 50.
This is in the, we have a different meaning for this one. Okay, we'll talk it about later on the other slides. But here we have many questions referring to the conversation, this one. First of all, what does Nawal mean when she says the meal is phenomenal? What does she mean? She means that it's uncommonly excellent. That means the meal is wonderful. It's wonderful. Okay? Question number 2. Why do people often use French words to discuss cooking? According to your opinion, gentlemen and girls, people always talking about French people in cooking. Why? Why do you think that? Because a lot of people in the Western world think that French people, they are good in cooking and also they are cooker. They make good food there and they are special for chefs there, okay? And there are many schools there for chefs. Okay, here we have in the Western Europe, France is the famous for its cooking and great chefs, as I told you before. Okay, question number 3. Can you think of something that you whipped up in no time? That means you can do it quickly as you can as something. For example, you take a shower as quickly as possible. Okay, you can do it as quickly, no more than 5 minutes. You can cook as quickly as you can. Okay, whatever. What are the procedures and what are the techniques that you can do it, or what are the equipments that you use it with doing it as quickly as you can? Okay, here we have, for example, cooking. You can do it very quickly. Okay, taking a shower. Okay, whatever you want. Okay, you wanted to do it, for example, snack foods. You can do it very quickly. Cooking French fries, something like that. Potatoes, whatever. Okay, or salad. You make a salad as quickly as you can. Okay, no more than 5 minutes. You can do it by yourself. Okay. Question number 4, here we have, say something about a friend who is very good at something, using quite that. For example, something that is good. For example, you are good in, for example, cooking. You are good in playing. You are good in driving. You are good in drawing. You are good in speaking. You are good in whatever you want, swimming, whatever. Say something about your friend. What is he good in? For example, okay, here we have many examples. My friend is quiet. The play. He is a good player. He is, for example, he is a good in drawing. He is good in artist. Whatever, he is a professional in it. For example, if you are girls, if you are professional in cooking, tell your friends, okay, you are professional in what? What kind of food that you can do it as quickly as, and you are perfect in it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about it here, gentlemen and girls. Here we have about the conversation. Here we have referring to your conversation before. Okay, We have many questions also referring to the last conversation here between Nawal and Fadwa. Okay, does Nawal assume Fadwa went to a lot of trouble to cook the meal? What does Nawal say? She says that it must have taken all day to make such a phenomenal meal. Take a long time. That means she takes a long time for making a phenomenal meal like this one. Okay. What foods did Fadwa prepare? Okay, she prepared chicken and grilled asparagus. Okay, chocolate raspberry layer cake and lemon camembert belly. Okay, all of these we call it. She did it and she make it as quickly as, and she is professional in it. Okay, what change of attitude does Nawal have? What causes this change? First, she says she can't eat another bite. What do you mean by here another bite? She cannot eat another bite. She means that I cannot eat more. Okay, I'm full. Okay, I have to stop in eating. Okay, that she said that. But what the over? There is an over from Nawal to her. Okay, from Fadwa to her. Then she changed her mind and she used the other word, or she uses exactly the different table or the different plate for another dish. Then she decided that she can eat more when she heard about the dessert. Okay, when she heard about the dessert, she changed her mind. Okay, and she wants to take another bite. Okay, another bite, it means a small amount of food. Okay, it talks about food. Okay, a kind of food, for example, dessert, fresh food, whatever. Okay, you wanna to give her a bite. For example, I don't want to take another bite. That means I'm full. Okay, but if you give me an over, a special over, like a piece of cake, like dessert, like candy, like sweet, like fruits, whatever you are giving to me, then I can change my mind. Okay, by taking a small amount of a bite. That means a small one plate, for example, a small plate. Okay, not big one, not big dish or something like that. Okay. Here we have real talk. Model the expression in the real talk as follows. Okay, real talk here means, gentlemen and girls, is talking about explain in English. Okay, give me the meaning, give me the synonyms. Okay, what do you mean by this one? During in the conversation, this word has many different meanings, but during in the conversation it has a special meaning for this conversation. Okay. Here we have spread means an abundant meal laid out on the table. Yeah, a big table that abundant laid for the meal. Okay, for the table. Okay, you can see a lot of different kinds of food that you can find it in this table, and you are for example, you are confused with yourself. Exactly, you don't want to which one you are start with. You want to eat everything. Okay, but which one you are focusing on? A big and a long plate or a long table for that one. Here we have number 2. We have whipped it up. It means, what does it mean? What do you mean by this whipped it up? That means it made it quickly and easily. For example, Fadwa did that a big and a large table easily and quickly. But now she said that, oh, it's difficult for me to do that and it takes me a long day. Okay, she is not professional like Fadwa, that one. Okay, number 3, in no time. That means limited time. Okay, we have here very quickly. Okay, very quickly. No time, it means here very quickly, gentlemen and girls. So here we have number 4. Quite the something. That means quite something. For example, quite the cook. It means that she is professional and she is good. She is good in cooking. Okay, that means what we are talking about here. A very good in something. Okay. Number 5, or yes, come to think of it. Come to think of it, it means you give me a chance to think about something. Okay, that I have to change my mind to take another bite. Okay, that means come to think about it, which is just something has to just occurred to me. Yeah, you give me a chance to think about that one to take another bite. Okay, have a sweet tooth, it means love dessert and candy. Have a sweet tooth, it means I like dessert and candy. I want to eat. If you give me this offer, I can change mind automatically, okay? Now we have language builder. Here we have the word that we talked about it. Here we have the word bite means here in this situation, in this conversation, as I told you, bite, it has different and a lot of meanings of this word, okay? And it can be used in different situations. But the situation in this conversation, it is talking about a special or talking about eating and a food. Here we have, it is a small amount of food. It talks about food, but it has another meaning, as I told you, gentlemen and girls. It is often used when we're talking about what? Talking about food and eat. When you eat something, okay, we use this one. That means I have to change my mind to take another bite. That means, okay. Examples, we have many examples here as follows here, gentlemen. Number one, I don't want much. Just give me a bite. I don't want a lot. Just give me a bite. It means, okay, I will agree with you and I take another plate, okay? But that means don't give me a lot. Just give me a small plate. Give me a bite, okay? Here, this is the first example. The second example, here we have, we will have a bite to eat before the show. Okay, before going to the cinema or going to show something or going to watch the TV, okay, I have a bite of piece of cake or a bite of candy, a bite of dark chocolate, whatever you want to eat it before the show, because in that time you are focusing and concentrated on the film or the movie. Okay. Here we have the last example, and this slide is talking about gentlemen and girls. Is I can't eat another pie. That means I am full. I can't eat and whatever. I cannot eat more. Okay, I'm full now. Okay, I have to stop eating. This is about the word bite. Here we have, gentlemen, we have many expressions, okay, which is referring to the conversation. Here the expression, what the expression does Fadwa use in the conversation? What kind of expressions and the polite request, as we talked about it before, okay, what kind of the request or the permission or the, we call it request, permission, whatever, okay, they use it, she use it in the conversation. Here we have the first one. Can I give you some more of the chicken? This is we call it. We talked about before, gentlemen. Okay, we talked about here, can, could, shall, should, may, might. All of these we call it models of the verbs. Okay, we talked about it and how can we use it? We call it polite request or permission or obligation or lack of obligation, that we can use it if you want to go to anywhere. For example, if you go to attend to the class, if you want to go to buy something. For example, can I borrow your pencil? Can I borrow your mobile? Okay, something like that, gentlemen and girls. You can use it by using polite request. Okay, but by the way, gentlemen and girls, we have to use could for more polite, which is, for example, could I have some of water, please? Could I have some water, please? Okay, like that we can use it. Okay, the second expressions here we have will and would. This is the past tense for would, okay, for will. Okay, would you like to try another grilled asparagus? Would you try another one? Would you take another one? This is about the conversations here and the questions which is related to the conversation, which about the expressions. Here we have, gentlemen, it's your turn, it's your floor. Now it's a time for you to do these activities. I wanna from you, boys and girls, gentlemen, okay, to focus on this on page 58 and to take a piece of paper and to write, okay, to write and to use this one. I want two of you, okay, boys or girls, okay, for example, if you have friends, okay, girls with each others and boys with each others, okay, communicate with each different of social media, okay, and you can use this offering, accepting and declaring food, okay, by using these kinds, okay, for example, please help yourself. For example, if just imagine that some of your friends visit you in your home, okay, and you are ready to help him or to give him a different kinds of food, okay, you are a guest or host, okay, we have a guest and host. Just imagine that, imagine you and your friend, what will you say about the food, okay, you have to use all of these, gentlemen and girls. You have to say, for example, please help yourself to try this one, or to eat this one, for example, to take this banana, for example, this apple, okay, this meat, okay, this rice, okay. Would you like to try another chicken? If he doesn't like to eat chicken, give him fish, for example. If you would you like to try another, for example, candy, another sweet, whatever you wanna to apply for him. By the way, the other person, he is saying, no, thank you. No, thank you. I am full, for example. Or I have, okay, you give me a good dessert and a candy. Okay, give me a bite of. Give me another bite of this one. Okay, here we have also, we can say, gentlemen. For example, if I'm talking about Faisal and Khalid, for whatever, okay, names, whatever, friends, whatever you want, okay. Just here I choose Faisal and Khalid as an example, okay, to support what you are going to do with your friends, okay. As you see here, gentlemen and girls, we are talking about different kind of food and drinks, okay. Here we have Faisal. Can I give you, for example, here, can I use it? This one, you see, as you see here, can I give you some more of salad, for example, okay. Khalid, he will say, oh, no, really, okay, I couldn't possibly eat more, okay. By going back to your conversation, you can choose and pick up many words and many sentences from that one, and you can make it with your friends in order to develop your listening ability and in order to develop your speaking ability, okay. Here we have also, gentlemen, we can say, thanks, I'd love a little, small, some more, for example, I'm stuffed, I couldn't eat another bite, okay. All of these, gentlemen, we can talk it about as an example. Here we have another example by using would. Would you like to try the chicken, for example? If you are talking about this one, would you like? Yes, we can say absolutely, honestly, I couldn't eat another bite. That means I am full and I don't want to eat another one. I'm fully now. I can stop eating. No need for more food. Okay, here we are coming to close this one, I think so. Yeah, we're coming to the last slides about this one. By the way, we have to go back to the slides. Here we have to go back to listening, another one. Okay, we have to go to the listening. Yes, we have to listen another time.
Page 58.
Yes, please. And compare
4.
between your answer.
Conversation. Page 58.
Before that, gentlemen and girls, before going to the conversation here, okay, by what we talked about it in the questions we talked about it, I want you to look at the conversation again and compare between your answer and what we talked about it. Okay, listen carefully for this, Nawal and Fadwa, what they are talking about.
Page 58. 4. Conversation.
Thank you so much for this wonderful meal. It must have taken all day to make such a phenomenal spread.
My pleasure. It was no hassle at all. I whipped it up in no time.
You are quite the cook. I don't think I've ever had such a gourmet meal.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Can I give you some more of the chicken?
Oh, no,
Page 58.
Hassle at all.
Okay, gentlemen, you see here, can I give you some more of the chicken? We have the expressions for polite, as I told you before, okay. you can check and you can pick up from this conversation and to write it about you and your friends. Okay, let's continue.
Page 58.
I don't think I've ever had such a gourmet meal.
Okay,
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Can I give you some more of the chicken?
yes.
Oh, no thanks. I'm absolutely stuffed.
Would you like to try the grilled asparagus?
Asparagus?
No, really. I couldn't possibly eat more.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Honestly, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, that's a shame. I made 2 different desserts. One is a chocolate raspberry layer cake, and the other is almond creme brulee.
Did you say chocolate raspberry cake? Come to think of it, it's rude to turn down food, right? I'm sure I could fit in a bit of that. And maybe I'll have a bite of creme brulee as well. I have a sweet tooth, you know.
Okay, we have to listen it to again, please. Okay. And
Page 58.
okay, please, again.
4.
And all-
Conversation.
Thank you so...
Page 58. 4. Conversation.
Thank you so much for this wonderful meal. It must have taken all day to make such a phenomenal spread.
My pleasure. It was no hassle at all. I whipped it up in no time.
You are quite the cook. I don't think I've ever had such a gourmet meal.
I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Can I give you some more of the chicken?
Oh, no thanks. I'm absolutely stuffed.
Would you like to try the grilled asparagus?
No, really, I couldn't possibly eat more.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Honestly, I couldn't eat another bite.
Oh, that's a shame. I made 2 different desserts. One is a chocolate raspberry layer cake, and the other is almond creme brulee.
Did you say chocolate raspberry cake? Come to think of it, it's rude to turn down food, right? I'm sure I could fit in a bit of that. And maybe I'll have a bite of creme brulee as well. I have a sweet tooth, you know.
Yes, I have a sweet tooth. And you know, that means we have to come to the end of our lesson today, gentlemen and girls. Thank you for listening, and we are coming to the last slide, which is thank you for listening. As you know, gentlemen and girls, here we have what I want from you. I wanna from you to do this homework as a homework, to write many different sentences like that what I'm doing here. Okay, I wanna all of you, gentlemen and girls, to use these words, okay, by referring to the conversation and comparing between your answer and the conversation information there. Okay, one is, for example, Faisal here and Ali here, or Abdulaziz here. For example, here Nawal and Fadwa, Noura and Sharifa, whatever the names that you like it. Okay, here we have many examples and many questions that you have to use it here, and the other slides here you can use all of these information to support you in making a good conversation. Thank you for your listening, and inshallah we will see you in the second or the following lesson. Thank you and goodbye.